Well, hey, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it may be to you. Of course, to us here at HTLA Radio 1 in New York, it is 9 p.m. Eastern, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your Godzilla Wednesday. That's right, there it is. We got it rolling for you tonight. We got all kinds of stuff in the news tonight, of course. And hey, we get to feel all the feelings now. Yes, Facebook has unleashed the mystery finally. There it is. The mystery is unleashed. Yeah, it's, yeah, it's unleashed. That Facebook, oh, wow. You just can't get any better than that. The Facebook mystery is released. Yes, gang, it is. You can love things on Facebook now. Not even kidding. Also, that suspect in the Jessica Chambers torching, well, not only do they caught him, but he's not going to see trial soon. And also, PETA, yes, the animal rights activist group, wants to close Guantanamo Bay and turn it into an animal empathy center. I'm sure there's all kinds of folks that want to do stuff like that. Also, the tech executives met with the White House today on terror strategies, and a little girl's 1962 letter from JFK is up for sale. We'll tell you about that. And hey, did you know the Pennsylvania governor has a treatable form of prostate cancer? Well, you do now. Yes, you do. We don't leave any story unturned here at HTLA.
Yes.
No, we get right up the ass.
Yes.
That's right, gang. Of course, we got Louis, Gilbert, and George, Biff in the booth, a whole bunch more tonight. So hold on to your butts, fasten your seatbelts, gang. It is your Godzilla Wednesday. Yes, it is your Godzilla Wednesday. Roar for me again, boy. Come on. There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Want to say hello and how to, of course, to the one, the only Biff Henderson, of course, in the booth tonight, pushing the buttons, making the show go as he always does. And, of course, Biff is pushing the buttons on that PreSonus 2442 digital broadcast mixer, finally furnished by the folks at PreSonus.com. And, hey, if you're into audio, whether it's professional or amateur, well, if you're looking for analog or digital, PreSonus.com has got what you need. Get on over and see them, of course, at PreSonus.com. Also, tonight, this show is brought to you by the fine folks Tim Hortons, New York City, with those fine locations across the city to serve your coffee and baked goods needs. That's right, Tim Hortons. You won't find any video cameras in the bathroom, but they are still always fresh nonetheless. And speaking of, well, fresh.
Yes.
That's right. We're also brought to you in part tonight by the folks at Subway, New York City, serving up your foot-long sandwich needs at 3 a.m. for over 15 years now. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you rather me say they like to shove their 12 inches of meat down your throat at 3 a.m.? Well, okay. I don't mind either way.
Yes.
I'm an equal opportunity kind of guy.
Yes.
And also, this show is brought to you in part by the fine folks at Licks Pro Audio. That's right. If you're into some top-quality studio headphones for mixing, monitoring, or just kind of jacking around like we do here.
Yeah.
Or if you're looking for some top-notch XLR cabling, if you're looking for some top-notch monitors.
Yes.
Licks Pro is your guys. Get on over to lyxpro.com.
Yeah.
You want to do that because, well, I told them that I would tell you that we do that.
Yes.
So there you go. So hey, Gilbert. Hey,
yes.
There you are. It's good to see you tonight.
Yes.
Good to see George as well. And, well, of course, the one, the only Louis. We still got to figure that mess out.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's 9:05 p.m. in the big city, and it is time now, of course, to introduce our guest/co-hosts of the show. Of course, I don't do it alone. Okay, I do.
Yeah.
I do it alone. I don't care.
Yes.
Yes. Well, anyways, the first of the three guest/co-hosts we have on the show tonight, of course, is coming to us live from the beautiful Mill Bay Production Studios, the film and television studios there.
Yes.
And, of course, he is coming to us live from there, which is located in the beautiful downtown Mill Bay, British Columbia, Canada, which is about an inch up on that long island on the west coast of Canada, if you're looking on the map.
Yeah.
And he's coming to us, of course, from there. He's in retirement now.
Yes.
40-plus year Hollywood history, and he's moved up to Mill Bay for what reason I don't know. But he's moved up there, and he's doing his thing there. He's just finished. Well, actually, last year he did Behind the Red Surge, of course, a documentary all about the plight of the I guess the many members of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police over many allegations of them effing each other. So, of course, Louis, you're on the line there. Are you there, sir?
Wait a minute, I got lost. HTLA. Oh, HTLA.
Yeah, that's fine.
What the hell is that?
That's your phone. You're good. Everything's great. Don't worry.
Yeah.
My film, Unrepented, did very well in Europe.
It certainly did, and I believe the Red Surge is doing equally as well with the critiques.
Yes.
And we're very happy to have you here tonight. 35-time Academy Award nominations, never won one.
Yeah.
15 times Emmy nominated, same thing.
Yes.
We were 5 steps away from winning the Academy Award.
Yeah.
And we didn't.
Yeah, well, and again, it's fine.
Yes.
Because, really, we all know, all of us in this side of the industry, we certainly know that, that's, it's about the work. It's not about the awards.
Yes.
So, however, the black people seem to think
You love to do that kind of stuff. You always did.
well, they started it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Louis, it's great to have you here, sir.
Oh, can we cuss? Can I cuss as I always do on the show?
Yeah, you go right ahead. I think Biff's got you covered there.
Yeah.
You mean
Yeah, right now. I want to know if you're ready.
now?
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, I don't know. I get company.
Oh.
Give me a heads up for Christ's sake.
Well, if you want that money, you're gonna have to kind of kick him out. Yeah. So kick him out.
You love to do that kind of stuff. You always did.
No, kick him out. I don't care. No, you've dedicated the next 3 hours of your life to us, and we plan on taking it. We're taking it. Kicked him out.
You know how to spell my last name on the check, right? It's Louis Lawler.
Yes.
Yes, I know how you spell your name, of course, but I'm not doing it until you kick them out.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on tonight, of course, coming to us from about 8 blocks down the street here from HTLA Studio 2 at number 2 Times Square, of course, is the one,
Yes.
the only,
Yes.
thank God,
Yes.
the one, the only, Mr. Gilbert Godfrey.
Yes.
Comic extraordinaire, apparently an actor. I'm not going to ask if you're ready tonight.
Yes.
Because I know you're just going to dick me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get you to do your intro because, of course, you can't.
Yes.
So we'll just leave that there. But what I will do, of course, is Seinfeld.
Hey, can I see your dick?
There you go. All right. So that tells me he's ready to go.
Yes.
Yes, it does. And Gilbert,
Yes.
I guess I'm going to get you to do it again because you just do it so damned well. Well, you do. I can't. I'm not going to. Absolutely not going to take anything away from you on that. You do a stellar job in interviewing our third and final guest / co-host tonight. So I guess without any further ado, unless you want to piss around longer, and you can. Feel free. You have the floor, sir.
Is an actor, producer, director, voiceover artist, author, and activist. He's also a social media superstar with over 10 million Facebook and Twitter followers, and one of the most beloved figures in popular culture. He's appeared in hundreds of movies and TV shows, appearing alongside everyone from Cary Grant to Frank Sinatra to John Wayne.
Yeah.
But he's best known for his role of the helmsman Hikaru Sulu on the legendary, groundbreaking series Star Trek. His new Broadway musical, Allegiance, is currently playing to sold-out houses at the Longacre Theater.
Yeah.
Please welcome the man who the New York Post called the Asian Betty White.
Oh, my. Betty White.
Yeah.
Do I have to have a sex change now at this tender age?
George Takei.
Yes. There we go. All right. Well, George, of course, welcome to the show as always, sir.
I think it's a treat to be here talking with you.
Yeah, just give me a few minutes. Yeah, I'll fix that up, and you'll be sicking your lawyers on me.
Yes.
What the hell did that man just say to me?
Yeah.
Anyway, George, tell the folks a little bit about yourself, if you please.
I'm George Takei, and when I'm walking down the street, people shout out, "Hey, Sulu!" So I'm known more as Sulu than as George Takei, which is what I really am.
All right, good. And now the 23 and younger set.
Yes.
Of course, they know you from Facebook.
Yes.
But where would some of the older folks know you from?
I've done Star Trek, the series, and the movie series up to the 6th one.
Right. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And certainly more work in acting than Gilbert ever had. Yeah.
You love to do that kind of stuff. You always did.
Hey, if you suck, I'll rub it in.
Yes.
But no, I did not know
Yes.
that George worked across from, Cary Grant and John Wayne and all those others. That's pretty impressive. I almost feel like honored to actually have him on the show now. Yeah. Well, no, I'm just kidding. Of course, I always am honored to have you on the show. Don't be ridiculous, right? Yeah.
You are a douchebag.
See, look at that, Gilbert. 13 minutes in, he's already calling me a douchebag. Yeah. All right, gentlemen. Well, welcome to the show. Great to have all of you here. Absolutely.
That was a mistake on my part.
We'll talk later. Absolutely, gents. And some, well, not really good news tonight.
Yes.
But some news.
Yes.
Yeah, we're still falling out with the idiots at Spreaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I am pleased to say, I guess, not really. I am pleased to say that our stream is active on Spreaker right now.
Yes.
And Biff has given the official thumbs up. He's actually gone into the website side of things over there.
Yes.
He has verified that the audio is going out there brilliantly, so step off. So, of course, we're streaming on the Spreaker tonight.
Yes.
Also, of course, streaming on the Google Plus. That's the new thing, and we're going to keep on doing that because, well, not only are we doing the shows
Yes.
on the Google Plus now, but we're actually working with some folks, and we're getting all the we do the morning show on Fox 11.
Yes.
Kate and I do the morning show, and we chime in on various topics of discussion of the day. Those stories that matter to you. Yes, the stories that matter to you. So, of course, we've got those clips.
Yes.
We're on for 5 minutes twice a morning kind of thing.
Yes.
Hey, whatever. It's pretty good considering we haven't acted in a bunch of shitty movies. I directed a bunch, though. Yeah, don't even want to talk about that. Anyway, yeah. So we're streaming on the Google Plus, of course.
Yes.
We got Spreaker sort of worked out.
Yes.
Although I'm still waiting to hear from their Italiano management. Well, being central time in somewhere in central Italy.
Yes.
What are their business hours like? 1:30 in the morning here. I can tell you, I damn straight am not sitting up till 2, 3 in the morning. Oh no, wait, I have to anyway. I have to post the shows, don't I? Yeah. Anyway, we got it all rolling out tonight.
Yes.
We got Stitcher and iHeart and iTunes and Spreaker working.
Yes.
We got the Google Plus going. We're coming at you from every angle. We're basically like a digital gangbang. Yeah. We're just pounding it in there from every conceivable angle. Yes, and I know you guys appreciate that.
Yes.
Especially George. Yeah.
I did not sleep with him.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, guys, great to have you here tonight,
Yes.
as always. And we got a lot of stuff to get to, of course. And we got, of course, Brock Favors coming up in the next segment
Yes.
there with your traffic. We've got Dick Gently with your weather. And, of course, today is Godzilla Wednesday. That's right, it is. So hold on to your butts there. But rest assured, the rest of the week starts to get better. Yeah, it starts to get better. So anyway, I guess before we get too into the next part of the show, which is, of course, stories, it's time to roll out the dirty bottom boys. I gotta roll them out and dust them off. And frankly, it's going to be a blues double shot right now. just to kind of get everybody fired up. We haven't had the streams running since Monday, and doesn't even count because a dead stream is no stream.
Yes.
So not since Friday.
Yes.
Have we had everything working properly. So everything's working properly again. It's wonderful. Now we got the addition of the Google Plus. Now you can see, hear, touch, and feel, and even smell the goodness. So let's celebrate by rolling out a double shot, of course. First, Before You Accuse Me, and second, Blueberry Hill. Let's roll it, Biffy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Before you accuse me, take a look at yourself.
Yes.
Before you accuse me, take a look at yourself. Nah, this ain't working, man. You say I've been spending my money on other women. Well, yeah, you're damn right about that. Oh, yeah. I called your mama 3 or 4 nights ago. Yes, I did, Gilbert. I called your mama 3 or 4 nights ago. Your mama said, son, don't call my daughter no more, yo. Go, kid, go. Before you accuse me,
Yes.
take a look at yourself. Before you accuse me, take a look at yourself. You say I'm spending my money on other women. You're taking money from somebody else, you filthy bitch. Oh. Oh. Come on, Gilbert. Play me some serious, sexy stuff.
I wasn't expecting that reaction.
I know. Oh. Devlon says, let's try Elvis. Yeah. Come on back home, baby. Try my love one more time.
Yes.
I say, come on back home, baby. Try my love one more time. You know I don't go on and quit you, baby. I'm just gonna lose my mind. Come on, yeah. I'm feeling fat and black. Back away, yeah. Hey, this is good, man. I got the biffs to dancing. Yeah. Oh, yeah, baby.
You know how to spell my last name on the check, right? It's Louis Lawler.
I'll get you a check, Louis. You hold on to your butt.
Yes.
Before you accuse me, well, take a look at yourself, Louis.
before you accuse me. Well, take a look at yourself there, Louis. You're just hanging around and drinking and carousing. You're taking money off someone else for your stupid movie. That's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. You come down to the 1,000 Years of Jazz and Blues Club in Encino, California. We're coming down here tonight. We're going to bring it to you. It's the Friday Frap Stravaganza, motherfuckers. Better go see Loretta down there at the back. She's got all the drink specials. Have yourself some fun, babies. Oh, yeah. That's right. That's what I'm talking about right here, kiddies. That's right. We got it going on. That's right, babies.
You love to do that kind of stuff. You always did.
You got that right, old man. Yeah, you got that right. Yeah, baby. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Now, before we get into anything else, it's time to be rolling with the big, fat, master black classic man there is. That's right. That's right. You won't find anybody fatter or blacker without a prescription. Yes, of course, I'm talking about the immortal, the absolutely irreverent, sensational,
Yes.
the original Mix Master D. That's right. Yes, that's right. The Dirty Bottom Boys are bringing you the Blueberry Hill, and they're even throwing in a little bit of the Louis Armstrong before we get to news stories about politics and scumbags. Well, let's roll this blueberry sucker, Biffy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, of course, we got time for just one more.
Oh, shut up. Oh, yeah. Fats Domino, bitches. Yeah. Louis Armstrong.
I found my thrill on Blueberry Hill. On Blueberry Hill. When I found you, the moon stood still on Blueberry Hill. It lingered until
Yes.
my dreams came true. That's right, I can't sing it, baby. The wind in the willow play the sweet melody, but all of those vows we made were never to be. That's right. Oh, yeah, baby. No, we're apart. You're part of me still. Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. For you and my thrill. On Blueberry Hill.
Yes.
The wind in the willows played love's sweet melody.
Yes.
But all of those vows we made were never to
Yes.
though we're apart.
Yes.
You part of me still.
Yeah.
Oh, you
were my thrill. On Blueberry Hill. All right, babies, that's what I'm talking about. Right there, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's it. There we go.
That's right. That is what I'm talking about. Right there. That's it right there in a nutshell. I want to do some shout outs, of course, welcomes to and all that good kind of stuff here tonight before we get rolling. First and foremost, of course, the one, the only David Capers, Sarasota, Florida, coming at us tonight. And he is a big Louis fan, so I hope he doesn't hate me. Also, let's see who else we got here tonight. Tiffany Valentine, of course, Sharon Hundley Chesley from Joshua, Texas. The Dust Bowl of the world. And a shout out, of course, to Jenna Etherton, of course, a new friend of mine on the old Facebook today.
Yes.
And now I've got a button. I can actually love her. Yeah, she's one of our fighting servicemen, women persons.
Yeah.
And another fighting serviceman who's absolutely 100% without a doubt a man.
Yes.
Of course, the one, the only Jesse Watson. Also, Joanne Brown, Annabelle Neswandi, John Graham Morris, Paul Van Park, Wayne S. Pierce, of course. I guess he heard my show last night. And, of course, the one, the only Lisa Lynn. She's out there, and she's just loving me up, and I got to love her, too.
Yes.
So, there it is. And, of course, Jenry Gersang in the house as well tonight. Dixie Richardson, loving, listening, and Sharon. And the one, the only Glenn Woods, boldrepublic.com. If you want to hear a radio show that's, well, all your news and not all this bullshit. Yes, and you'll want to be heading over to boldrepublic.com. Tell Glenn I sent you, and then forget all about me because, yeah, well. Well, what? I had to do it. Okay. Anyway, Glenn in the house tonight, too. Always appreciate that man listening to us because, of course, he's professional. You know. And let's see, anybody else? Well, I'm sure there is, but I don't have anything listed here, and I'm not going to refresh the page because my whole computer will crash and stuff's going to explode. Yeah, good old Microsoft. There when you need them. Actually, no, I remember when Microsoft came in a couple of months ago, of course, to the HTLA studios and upgraded everybody to Windows 10.
Yes.
And then nothing in the studio worked.
Yes.
Yeah. So we had to have the idiots, you know, that they did their big grand rollout.
Yes.
And, you know, everybody, you know, they had all their press junk and crap laying around all over the floor. Yeah. You know, and the I've never seen a room filled with so many khakis and light blue polo shirts. I've never seen that. But I seen it now.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, so they rolled us back to Windows 7, and everything's been great so far.
Yes.
And, of course, those issues we were having with the Spreaker stream, that's all them, not us. Well, I know it is because, you know,
yes.
if we can simulcast out to a television station twice a morning.
Yes.
and not only have our video feed look absolutely stellar. Yeah. But we also have, of course, the audio, and the audio is like better than HD. It's surround sound. It just kind of surrounds you like a gangbang. You know. So, yeah, I mean, there it is. That's the whole package. So I can't wait to get on the horn to that corporate idiot in Italy and kick him in the balls.
You love to do that kind of stuff. You always did.
Yeah, just call me a scrapper.
Yeah.
Anyway, gang, moving on to the show tonight. We've got a lot to cover tonight. And, well, the first story up to bids is the big feel the feelings.
Yes.
Facebook wants you to feel the feeling. They do. Yeah, no, absolutely they do. And they've launched it today, of course, actually this morning about, I guess about 10:40 Eastern time.
Yes.
Well, now you can like, love, ha, wow, sad, or angry anybody's post. That's right, you can do it, and you can do it on Facebook anyway. The social network giant debuted new reaction buttons today that lets you express a range of feelings on Facebook posts besides like. Now we can love something, we can ha at it, we can say wow, or say that it makes us feel sad or angry. Why the change?
Yes.
It's a good question.
Yes.
You know, because like I've always said about this,
yes.
You know, okay, well, you can like things, but geez, you know, they've also got a comment thing there. You can type anything you want, possibly that you're feeling about a post. Yeah. So everything's got to be lazy now. It's got to be multiple choice emoticons. Well, why that change? Well, the CEO, of course, Mark Zuckerberg, says that not every moment you want to share is happy. Like my wife about our miscarriage the other day. That's right. Sometimes you want to share something sad or frustrating. Well, cynics worry that this could add more vitriol to commenting wars, of course. But for now, Zuckerberg says that people are just feeling the love button the most. The love button. Soon I'll be pressing it on your post. Get set for adventure, your mind on a new Facebook post. And the ha-ha. Won't hurt anymore. Because you can get angry. And you can piss all over it too. The love pose. Oh. Yes, well. And hey, what's Trump doing, you might ask? Well, we've been kind of screwed the last couple of days.
Yes.
So. But you probably still know. We're thinking that coffee and cigarettes might not be your primary news source. So, you know, just on the off chance that it isn't, you know. Well, Donald Trump is continuing to do what everybody says he can't do. Well, no, not everybody. I've been saying for almost a year now.
Yes.
He's going to be your next president. Just forget about it. And everybody's like, oh, no, he's not.
Yes.
Well, I hate to break it to you, folks, but the winner of Tuesday's Nevada GOP caucuses is Donald Trump with a huge lead over Marco Rubio, who came in second, and, of course, Ted Cruz, the Canadian.
Yes.
Who came in third. Trump's victory is his third consecutive win in 3 vastly different states. Say what you will about the Donald, but his Nevada victory happened because he won every ideological group, every education group. Remember, he loves the poorly educated group, easy to control. And every racial group and both genders. Yeah, there's only 2. Yeah. Well, those, of course, who doubt Trump's candidacy and indeed the upcoming presidency, well, they've been disproven over and over again. The next test, of course, is Super Tuesday with contests in 11 states. Yeah, well, don't you worry. He'll be taking all those too.
Yeah.
And well, yeah. There you go. That's just the opening Trump news.
Yes.
Don't worry, we have more.
Yes.
Always have more, but now we're getting into that mysterious case again.
Yes.
We've been following this one since it happened there last summer, where Jessica Chambers was apparently out on a country road in a rural part of her state, out partying.
Yes.
And somehow walking beside her rolling car that was still in gear, which ultimately ended up smashed into a tree.
Yes.
And she was walking along beside her car, completely engulfed in fire. Well, they caught the black man who did that. Yeah, they did. They caught him. And, well, now things are kind of, I don't know, up in the air. Things are getting stalled, waylaid, held back. Even though a prosecutor was finally able to tell the public today that a man accused of killing a Mississippi teenager by setting her on fire more than a year ago. Okay, I thought it was only like last summer. More than a year ago, has been charged with capital murder. He had to crouch the news with a message, of course. The man accused, no, not crouch. Who the hell wrote that word? He had to couch the news. Well, the man accused of killing 19-year-old Jessica Chambers won't be back in Mississippi for months, if not longer. I don't anticipate him being here anytime soon, Panola County District Attorney John Champion said of 27-year-old Quentin Verdell Tellis of Cortland, Mississippi. Tellis was indicted by a grand jury on Tuesday. Tellis is currently in jail in North Louisiana and will have to be extradited to Mississippi. Tellis, who lived in Panola County until he moved to Louisiana in 2015, was found in possession of items belonging to a woman who had been stabbed to death in Louisiana. Well, yes, but what about the fire? Well, Champion said because the state doesn't participate in the interstate extradition program, what's known as a governor's warrant will have to be prepared and executed. That could take 4 to 6 weeks because, you know, it's a piece of paper and we have to fill it out. And then the judge has to sign it, and we can't interrupt him while he's watching Marathon Jeopardy. So, you know, that's obviously why the 4 to 6 weeks. Well, Tellis is also facing a May trial date that could delay his return to Mississippi. Champion said he is charged with capital murder in Mississippi and was indicted as a habitual offender under Mississippi law because of 2 previous burglary convictions and a felony fleeing conviction. Authorities said because of a lack of street chatter, the indictment relied heavily on data collection. The technological data that we had available to us was undoubtedly what helped us solve this case, Champion said. Tillis was a suspect in the case early on. Champion said he would not specify a motive or divulge anything Tillis said to investigators, citing the fact that the case is now, well, it has to be prosecuted now, and Champion said he would consult with Chambers' parents on the death penalty, but he said the decision ultimately is up to him. Capital murder is when a death occurs in the commission of certain other crimes. In his case, it was third-degree arson, Champion said, for lighting her on fire. Well, authorities took their time with the case, Champion said, because they wanted to be 1,000,000% sure they had the right suspect. Champion said they even presented their evidence to a group of prosecutors to see if the consensus was that they had enough. And I'm not going to go haphazard into a case without feeling that my evidentiary base is solid, he said. Not like that Steve Avery thing. And it took time, of course, to build the case. You know, everybody wants these things solved immediately, but my investigative team, for lack of a better word, just methodically plugged along. Champion said that the case has been a team effort by local, state, and federal investigators. We had tremendous assistance from the U.S. Attorney's Office in Oxford that provided us with the manpower and the tools that we needed to get this case where we are today, Champion said. I can't say enough to the assistance of the U.S. Attorney's Office, as well as the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation, and, of course, the Panola County Sheriff's Office. On 4 separate occasions, investigators thought they had solved the case, but each time they found that they had reached a dead end. Champion said it was a final deep review of the technological data that led them to what they needed on TELUS. Sheriff Dennis Darby spoke of Ben Chambers, Jessica's father, an employee of the Sheriff's Department. Quote, "Our prayers go out to you," he said. "It's been a tremendous investigation. They never laid down for a minute, and they never gave up. And when they got on a trail, they followed it right to the end." Darby touched on the fact that the investigation had turned over a lot of other corruption in the county, as evidenced by a federal operation called Operation Bite Back in December, in which 17 arrests were made on gang and drug-related charges. It's edifying to know that we can offer some degree of closure, if there is such a thing, to Jessica's loved one, says MBI spokesman Warren Strain. Furthermore, it's very rewarding to know that someone who is capable of this degree of evil will have to answer for his actions. Ben Chambers and Lisa Doherty, Jessica's parents, said they had never heard her speak of Tillis before. Ben Chambers said he'd gone through her phone to see who she was talking to. He said that he's confident that Tillis will be convicted because, as an employee of the Sheriff's Department, he had seen the investigation teamwork firsthand. Well, I've seen them work on the weekends. I've seen them work on their holidays. I've even seen them work on their vacations, he said. End over end at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning, they're here working on this case. Lisa Doherty said that she was glad to hear there was a suspect, but she was even happier to know that he had been indicted by a grand jury. She's got to have justice. That doesn't come until the conviction, she said. Doherty said she's still carrying the weight of her daughter's death. "I know that I've got to still go through a trial with things, and I know nothing about that I will have to hear," she says, becoming emotional. "The road's nowhere near. It's not there for me. Justice for Jessica is coming," Doherty said. "One hurdle and on to the next. It's coming. Oh, Jesus, it's coming."
Oh, Jesus is coming.
Wow. Yeah. So there you go. It's nice.
Yes.
Guy lights a beautiful blonde girl on fire and just, I don't know, was he cold? I mean, why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, do you want to do stuff with her first? Sex?
Yes.
Do you want to maybe try and sell her? No, just straight to the match.
Yes.
Boom. It's going to light you up, baby. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
Yes.
It just doesn't.
You love to do that kind of stuff. You always did.
Light girls on fire or make sense? I don't know. I like girls,
Yes.
I'm certainly going to be the last guy to light them up. Well, no, I guess there's a couple ex-wives. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know what it is.
Yes.
But I know it wasn't me. So, and they've got this black guy with big lips and a weird nose. I'm thinking they got the right guy.
Yes.
I'm thinking they do. Well, moving on tonight, of course, another story about PETA.
Yes.
Yeah, not the kind you eat. Yeah. No, it's not the kind you eat. Of course, it is the animal rights activist group.
Yes.
I guess their head celebrity representative is, of course, Pamela Anderson. This next story, of course, involves PETA and Guantanamo Bay.
Yes.
And all I can think of is Pamela Anderson naked and chained up to a wall there. I know. I'm a sick man.
Yeah.
Well, at least she's not on fire. That's right. PETA wants to close Guantanamo Bay and turn it into an animal empathy center.
Yes.
Yes, because so many Americans will travel from wherever they are in America to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, to visit with the animals and feel good. Now, Washington today, what would become of the Guantanamo Bay military prison if President Obama is successful in closing the facility? Well, a prominent animal rights group today has come out with a proposal.
Yeah.
That's right. The People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals sent the Obama administration a petition today asking it to turn the entire facility and detention center into what it's calling the Guantanamo Bay Empathy Center. Well, I guess if there is a place out there on the earth that could use some empathy. It could be that, I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, as we all know, Gitmo is now associated with torture, violence, and prejudice, wrote the PETA president, of course, Ingrid Newkirk, said in a letter to the State Department Special Envoy for Guantanamo closure, Lee Wolosky. Quote, "We would like to change that impression in the most forward-looking way possible to turn it into an empathy center where the values of justice, respect, understanding, and compassion for all beings would be taught." Oh, so they could keep the terrorists there, too. Well, PETA is a 35-year-old animal rights organization claiming 3 million members and known using scantily clad models to oppose the use of fur. I don't know why they do that, too. Doesn't PETA know that all the hot girls shave these days? You know?
You being Catholic, you realize that you can have birth control. You realize that?
Yes, but if she doesn't shave, forget about it. So, yes, opposing the use of fur, of course, Newkirk says that the group would like to create an exhibit at the naval base highlighting a number of abuses of people and animals throughout history, including from the Crusades to the Holocaust, from Roman gladiatorial games to modern animal circuses, and from human slavery and child exploitation sweatshops to all the ways in which people have belittled others based on race, gender, and species. Yeah, I guess they would have a special placard of this show there. But the Obama administration has said it intends to keep Guantanamo as a naval base, even if the president is successful in closing it. So piss off.
Yeah.
You know, the naval base is not something that we believe should be closed, the White House Press Secretary Josh Earnest said last year. Oh, well, okay, that's last year. Maybe he's feeling frisky today. And see, that's what I mean. Who writes these stories? Because, you know, who cares what the guy said last year? I don't know, but I've been told somewhere down there in White Houseville.
Yes.
Well, gang, it's time to go for that first commercial break. But don't you worry, when we come back, we do have Brock Favors and Chip Pendleton with your HTLA traffic update from HTLA's Chopper 1. Yeah. Also, Dick Gently with your weather for this Godzilla Wednesday. That's right, he's got it for you. Yeah, he does. Look at that. Yeah. Look, he's got it. Well, and to sing us out here, because, well, you know, I'm gonna. I'm thinking it's a little hard to be humble, so why not? Yeah.
Oh, Lord, it's hard to be humble. It's perfect in every way. I can't wait to look in the mirror, 'cause I get better looking each day. Yes. know me is to love me. Well, I must be a hell of a man. Oh, Lord, it's hard to be humble. We're doing the best that we can.
Yes.
I used to have a girlfriend, but I guess she just couldn't compete with all of these love-starved women who keep clamoring at my feet.
Yes.
Well, I'll probably find me another, but I guess they're all in all of me. Who cares? I never get lonesome, 'cause I treasure my own company. Oh, it's hard to be humble. Come on, Gilbert, sing. Perfect in every way. I can't wait to look in the mirror. Help me out now, 'cause I get better looking each day.
Yes.
To know me is to love me. Well, I must be a hell of a man. Oh, Lord, it's hard to be humble when we're doing the best that we can. All right, you're doing real good. Yes, you would say I'm a loner, a cowboy, outlaw, tough and proud. Yep. Well, I could have me lots of friends if I wanted, but then I wouldn't stand out in a crowd.
Yes.
Some folks say I'm egotistical. Hell, I don't even know what that means. I guess it's got something to do with the way that I feel like my skin-tight blue jeans. So, come on, where are all the kickers out there? Oh, Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. I can't wait to look in the mirror, because I get better looking each day. To know me is to love me. Well, I must be a hell of a man.
Yes.
Oh, Lord, it's hard to be humble. We're doing the best that we can. One more time now. Come on. What are we doing? We're doing the best that we can.
Yes.
All right. That's the kind of shit we're talking about here. Bold Republic.com. All righty, gang. So go get some refills, whatever you're drinking, whatever you're snorting.
Yes.
Whatever you're doing there, go get some, and we'll be back in a 2.
You're listening to Coffee and Cigarettes with Christopher John Taylor, a.k.a. Crash. Jesus. Only Crash. Jesus. Crash Jesus? Crash Jesus. Only on HTLA Radio 1, New York.
What if there was a coffee that was sourced from some of the world's most renowned growing regions, abundant with rich, fertile soil? What if this coffee was picked at the perfect moment, then packed meticulously and shipped carefully to be roasted under the watchful eye of coffee masters? What if it was expertly blended, ground, and sealed, ensuring maximum flavor and freshness, then brewed in small batches and always served fresh within 20 minutes, just the way you like it? Now, what if this coffee just happened to be the coffee you already know and love? Tim Hortons, always fresh, always great tasting coffee.
Automatic freshness, softness, and static control has never been easier with the Bounce Dryer Bar. I just stick it to the inside of my dryer, and I never have to remember.
Old Spice body spray makes you smell like power! It's so powerful it sells itself in other people's commercials. You smell like outdoor freshness.
You smell like power.
Yeah, I do. Power!
When we arrived at our hotel in New York, the porter was so incredibly careless with our bags. And the room they gave us, it was beautiful.
A broom closet.
But the best part was the shower. My wife drying herself in the Egyptian cotton towels.
Shower curtain.
Defined the whole vacation for her.
Don't just visit New York.
Visit TripAdvisor New York.
With millions of reviews, a visit to TripAdvisor makes any destination better.
Batten down your glasses. White Rum has a new captain. Introducing the all-new Captain Morgan White Rum. 5 times distilled for a smoother taste.
I love the new turkey and bacon guacamole on Italian bread.
Sure thing.
Oven roasted turkey. Oh, so crispy bacon. Blended perfectly with guacamole made from Haas avocados. Just a hint of jalapeno. It truly is heaven on Italian bread.
So you've had it before?
Yeah. A couple of times.
What he's having.
Fall in love with the big-time flavor of the new Subway Turkey and Bacon Guacamole. All your favorites in one amazing sandwich. Subway, eat fresh.
A recent study shows that blind people are having a hard time hearing the all-new electric cars like the Nissan Leaf and the Chevy Volt. As a result, the blind run the risk of being run over while attempting to cross the street.
That's horrible.
Yes, it is. And you don't want to kill blind people, do you?
No, I bought my car to help save the planet.
But now you're killing blind people.
Well, not yet I haven't. I just wanted to save the squirrel.
Well, given a choice, what would you rather run over? A blind person or a squirrel?
Well, a squirrel, I suppose.
Well, then forget that electric car. Go buy a big, noisy, gas-guzzling SUV so those blind people can hear you coming. Screw the squirrels.
I'm going out to buy one right now.
This message brought to you by SUVs to Save the Blind. You're listening to Coffee.
They've got an awful lot of coffee in Brazil.
And cigarettes.
Share my cigarette with fire. Yeah. I fucked her every Wednesday evening.
With Christopher John Taylor, a.k.a. Crash Jesus. Only on HTLA Radio 1, New York.
Way down among Brazilians, coffee beans grow by the billions, so they've got to find those extra cups to fill. They've got an awful lot of coffee in Brazil.
Now, I remember sitting next to you on a plane.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I was flying out to L.A. to audition for some movie that I didn't get.
No.
Which was fine. Because I remember I was reading the script, and you said to me, oh, what are you reading?
Yeah.
And I said, oh, it's some John Travolta comedy. Called The Experts.
Yeah.
And it's about 2 young hip Americans who get kidnapped by Russian spies to teach them how to act like young hip Americans.
Yeah.
And you, being a fortune teller, said, oh, that sounds like a piece of shit.
Yes, I did. Well, you know, it's that John Travolta.
Yes.
You know, no. He couldn't write to save his life.
Yes.
he just couldn't.
I wasn't expecting that reaction.
Well, I know. It surprises a lot of people.
Yes.
You know, because he's such a mediocre actor. yes, he is. But what are you going to do?
That's the famous story about Jerry Lee Lewis. You heard that story, haven't you?
Yes.
Sitting behind his desk at Paramount, talking with big executives and TV people.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the chick pops up underneath, wipes off her mouth, and walks out the door. And Jerry doesn't have a time.
Yes. And then it reminded me, of course, yesterday of that time that I came into your office, Louie, and had the same experience.
You love to do that kind of stuff. You always did.
I know, coming into your office when the door is closed. Anyway, gang, welcome back to the big show tonight.
Yes.
Your coffee and cigarettes, of course, brought to you tonight by HTLA Radio 1, New York's Best Talk. And hey, get on over to newyorksbesttalk.com.
Yes.
There's all kinds of things over there for you to look at, download, see, touch, feel, smell. You know, there really is. There really is. There's the whole story of HTLA there.
Yes.
How it got started in 2010 by a couple of street bums. We of course spared no expense in putting together that history. We actually used genealogy.com. They actually helped us out with that so that we could piece together the lineage of this station. Yeah. Just for you all, so you can go read it. So, you know, go read that. So you can get on over there at newyorksbesttalk.com. That is the actual address.
Yes.
Make sure it's New York's. There's an S there.
Yes.
You know, some of you retards out there put New York Best Talk. But that's not what we're doing. It's New York's Best Talk.
Yes.
And, it's about as good as it gets right here.
Yeah.
And there's even a show page.
Yes.
And if you go on that show page now, of course, you'll actually see Coffee and Cigarettes in the live link because the stream is working.
Yeah.
So you could actually go there and click on that and come on in and join the folks in the Spreaker live chat room.
Yes.
And, I don't know, share pictures of Pamela Anderson. So be sure you get on over and do that. And, of course, this segment is in part brought to you by the fine folks at LyxPro.com.
Yes.
LyxPro, LYXPRO.com. They supply some pretty nice audio gear. If you're working on any kind of budget, they've pretty much got anything you need. So.
Yeah.
No, I was there today.
Yes.
And I was looking at their, what are they? The headphone hangers. Yeah. Well, what? I like to hang my headphones. What's the problem? You have hangers for them.
You love to do that kind of stuff. You always did.
Everything's got its place, Louie. Yeah. Absolutely. Now, before we get into the traffic update, there's a little something I want to share with y'all.
Yes.
A little something personal of mine. A lot of you do know, but
yes.
A good chunk of you folks out on the East Coast here, you don't know that much about me before I came here from Victoria and Vancouver. Well, I used to be quite the yodeler. Yeah, I did. It was a hobby I took up in school. You know, it was go out for the football team or join the band.
Yes.
Or become a cheerleader.
Yes.
But then way in the back of the brochure, there was, of course, this opportunity to become a yodeler. So, well, you guys know me. I took them up on it.
Yes.
Yes, 4 years of world champion yodel training I took. Ended up at the World Nationals. And funny thing, this was nothing to do with me. Biff actually dug this up. Yeah, he actually found my entry into the 1994 World Yodeling Championship.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. He found my entry. So without any further ado, Biff, let's let him know what the Crash Man can do. Yeah, they taught me German too. Yeah. Ah, yeah.
You love to do that kind of stuff. You always did.
Yes, sir. All right, so that's enough of that. And of course, you know, I haven't even thought about that in years.
Yes.
And, well, just when he found that, of course, I tried to sing along with it.
Yes.
No chance. Yeah, there was just no chance. I couldn't keep up with myself. I mean, that was 94.
Yes.
You know, I guess, you know, it's not quite like riding a bike.
Yeah.
Anyway, of course, Biff also found the recording of the man who beat me out for the world championship that year. Yeah. Of course, man by the name of Franz Lazzani. Yeah. Well, and don't laugh because Franz, of course,
yes.
When he took that title that year,
yes,
94, he has retained it right up till today. Yeah. So don't be laughing. This guy is like the master. Yeah, so let him hear a little Franz, then we'll roll on with traffic. Everybody. Oh, here you go. I can kick his ass now. Oh. Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff right there, you know? That's it. Personally, I think that he didn't actually beat me by technical ability.
Yes.
No, I think what it is he actually beat me by customer participation. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm almost certain that's what that was.
Yes.
You know, because, of course, you hear in my track,
yes.
You know, the audience is just kind of sitting there stoic, fat, and German. You know? And, of course, with him, you know, in that first 4 bars there, he's got them all going.
Yes.
So, you know, the fat Germans, they get going and they're all clappy happy, you know. They
you love to do that kind of stuff. You always did.
Well, yeah, and really, I should have gotten the audience more into it. Is what I should have done, because, you know, obviously that was my failing. But you know, I've learned since then. You know. No, I have. I've learned since then.
Yes.
And that, well, I mean, that look at coffee and cigarettes.
Yes.
You know, it's all audience participation. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, yes, we do have to get moving on here. It is time, of course, for the one and only Brock Favors with HTLA Traffic. Right now, let's get to it, Biff.
Live from HTLA, New York, your traffic update with Brock Favors.
Hello, everybody out there. This is Brock Favors with Traffic on the Ones. Chad Armstrong is out sick today, so I am filling in for my usual land reports, and I'm up here at the chopper, but I gotta tell you guys, I am loving the view. Oh my God! Oh, no, stop! Oh! Whew. All right. Well, we are over the 10. Yeah. It is massive like a pint of maple November morning. And we do. Oh, goddamn, we gonna die in this mother. Oh my God! Woo! Okay. I'm very sorry, folks. It's a little bit of a bumpy ride up here. We are now approaching the 405, where the left lane is blocked by a mattress. So somebody is going to be doing a little return to IKEA later today. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, please! Oh, goddamn! Oh, give me this motherfucking death machine right now! Oh, no, black people ain't meant to be in the sky! We ain't meant to be in the sky! Oh, mama, help me, motherfucker! Oh, mama! But a 405 is up right now. Ain't nobody going down this.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I'm very sorry, folks.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry, but I'm losing my up here.
All right, Brock. Well, just take it easy, and we'll get back to you later. Yes, we will. Well, poor Brock.
Yeah.
Well, he's not really cut out for helicopter reporting.
Yes.
As per se, he's more. I don't know, what is he more? He's more, I don't know, man in the street interview, I think. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, well, it's just good. It sounded like he was having some problems up there, but
yes.
I think it sounds like they're going to be okay.
You love to do that kind of stuff. You always did.
What, lead people on with a false sense of security? Well, maybe sometimes, but I mean,
yes.
it's like Shia says, just do it.
Yes.
And well, we're actually going to go to Shia tonight.
Yes.
I'm going to find out or get his help, I should say.
Yes.
In starting up the Lyrical Playhouse tonight. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, but I'm going to need some help. So
yes.
I'm getting him to help me out with that. But right now it's time to go to the HTLA Radio 1's Weather Center.
Yeah.
Of course, to HTLA meteorologist, the one and only Dick Gently, with our weather outlook for this weekend. Keep in mind, folks, that this is Godzilla Wednesday. So anything can happen. So
yeah.
All right, Biff, take us over to Dick. See what he's got.
We had beautiful weather here for this weekend, mostly sunny skies and highs in the upper 80s. Overnight tonight, partly cloudy, mild, with those temperatures dropping down into the mid-70s. Now, we've got some big changes here for the upcoming work week. Starting tomorrow, we're going to have a volcanic eruption right near Charlottesville, and it's going to make things rather toasty across the area. We're going to see lava spill out into central Virginia and make temperatures in Richmond at 350 degrees, Fredericksburg at 345, Charlottesville at 500. Not as hot off towards the Tidewater. A little bit more comfortable with highs near 100 degrees. Yes. The reason why, we're going to have tidal waves moving in ahead of this. A global superstorm developing off towards the Atlantic Ocean. This thing is headed our way, but the key to the forecast, right before this thing makes landfall, it is going to be deflected by Godzilla. Now, a lot can change between now and then. We're looking at the latest data. We'll continue to bring you the very latest. Right. I do want to encourage you, though, that if you ever do see a sleeping coyote, do not wake it.
Yeah.
Bad idea. Okay, here's the forecast. Volcano 350 there for Monday. Global superstorm on Tuesday. We could see maybe about 200 inches of rainfall, wind gusts up to 1,000 miles an hour. Godzilla Wednesday, I'll be honest, I have no idea what's going to happen on that day. After that, though, how about this to finish off the work week? Low humidity, lots of sunshine, with highs in the upper 80s heading into next weekend.
Right. Thank you, Dick. That's looking pretty good. I'm impressed. Yeah. Well, now it's time, of course, to check in with fine folks. J.G. Wentworth.
It's my money and I need it now.
It's my money and I need it now.
It's my money and I need it now.
It's my money and I need it now. It's my money and I need it now.
Hey, shut the fuck up!
It's your money. Use it when you need
it. I have a structured settlement and I need cash now.
Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now. Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now.
877 cash now.
They've helped thousands, they'll help you too.
Long-term payments, but you need cash now. Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now. 877 cash now.
877 cash now.
877 cash now.
It's your money. Use it when you need it.
Yes, there it is, a J.G. Wentworth. It's your money. Use it when you need it. All right, we're back, and now it's time to talk about some Gain laundry detergent. That's right. I'm telling you, that Gain, nothing smells like it.
You love to do that kind of stuff. You always did.
I always do lines of Gain. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
That was a mistake on my part.
That
was a mistake on my part.
Yes, it was. Wow, he says it twice now because he's all coked out. No, one day, and I think it was 96 or so, yes. I was still in acting classes with Louis, of course.
Yes.
And, well, he came into his office one day when I thought he was out for the afternoon.
Yes.
And, of course, me and a couple of girls from the acting class there, we were doing some lines of Gain. And, of course, Louis came in and, well, Louis, from his Hollywood days, thought it was something else. So, of course, he took a hit of this stuff, and, wow, I don't think he's been quite the same since. So, anyway, Louis, got to apologize to you for that. I sincerely apologize, and I hope it hasn't caused any permanent brain damage.
Yeah. You love to do that kind of stuff. You always did.
I think it's caused some permanent brain damage. Yes, I do, but you never know. I mean, it's always hard to say.
Yes.
In these cases when there's no doctor around.
Yes.
Anyway, gang, welcome back to the show. Of course, your coffee and cigarettes, Godzilla Wednesday. Yes, it is. It is Godzilla Wednesday, and of course, we've just heard from our traffic update reporter there from Brock Favors, of course, and HCLA Chopper 1.
Yes.
Also got our week's weather outlook from Dick Gently in the HTLA Weather Center. Yeah. And, of course, well, now it's time to do the Lyrical Playhouse. This is the segment where I take the lyrics of a top 40 song this week.
Yes.
And act them. But of course, as usual,
yes.
I'm having a little trouble getting into the character.
Yes.
George knows what this is like. So, but anyway, I'm going to enlist the help of HTLA correspondent, the one, the only Shia LaBeouf. He's gonna he's gonna help us tonight. Well, no, help me.
Yes.
He's gonna help me help you. Yeah. So come on, Shia, motivate me, my man.
Do it!
All right, okay, let's go.
Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it! Some people dream of success while you're going to wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. Get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not going to stop there.
All right.
No, what are you waiting for?
Okay.
Do it! Just do it!
Okay.
Yes, you can!
Yes.
Just do it!
Yes, I can. I'm going to do it. Thank you, Shia.
Tired of starting over.
Yeah.
Stop giving up.
All right. I will. It's time to just do it. All right, Biff Meister, without any further delay, please roll the lyrical playhouse. Let's get this thing done. Let's just do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, HTLA's Best Talk proudly presents Lyrical Playhouse with your host, the astonishingly good-looking and sexy Christopher Crash Jesus Taylor.
All right. Silence, please. I think I'm ready. Tonight's song is Adele, of course. When We Were Young.
Yes.
Everybody loves the things you do, from the way you talk, the way you move. Everyone here is watching you. Can you feel like home? You're like a dream come true. But if by chance you're here alone, can I have a minute before I go? Because I've been myself all night long, hoping you're someone I used to know. Now you look like a movie. You sound like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. Just a moment now. Let me photograph you in this light. In case it is the last time that we might be exactly like we were before we realized we were sad of getting old. It made us restless. It was just like a movie. It was just like a song. I was so scared to face my fears because nobody told me that you'd be here. And I swore you moved overseas. That's when you said, that's when you left me. You still look like a movie. You sound like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. Yeah. Well, let me photograph you in this light in case it's the last time. That's right, exactly like we were. Before we realized we were sad of getting old, it made us restless. It was just like a movie, just like a song. When we were young. When we were young, when we were young, when we were young. It was just like a movie, just like a song. My God, this reminds me of when we were young. 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 Let me photograph you in this light in case it's the last time that we might be exactly like we were before we realized we were sad of getting old. It made us restless. I'm so mad I'm getting old. When we were young. Also want to welcome the one, the only Mr. Daniel Illis all the way from Australia tonight, Melbourne, the surrounding Melbourne areas.
Yes.
He says, hey, Crash, was that Glenn Wood's Just Do It? Should get him to do sing Jody's 5 Hammers with his natural voice. Well, you know, and I got to agree with Dan.
Yes.
Because I think Glenn Wood's, he needs to sing Jody's Hammers. Well, your wish, Daniel, I am happy to say is going to come true, sir. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah, it is going to come true because I'm actually working with Glenn this weekend.
Yes.
We're working on some other projects, but you know, it's going to be nothing for me to get him to work with the Jody's 5 Hammers song with us. Yeah. I'm quite sure he'll do it, and you know, and for those of you who are just tuning in who maybe don't know anything about this Joni 5 Hammers song, well, let me give you a little background. Let me give you a little background on it. Now, Joni is the Adult Video Awards. She's the winner this year of a brand new award that they gave because she did something. Wow. To this day, it still sends chills up my spine.
Yes.
She was able to now this was completely on display.
Yes.
This was at the Adult Video Awards show. What she did was, of course, she sat on 2 guys' penises. Right? Well, really more squatted.
Yes.
And of course, I got to give a hats off to the guys in porn too, because those guys had both their scrotums like jammed right together. I mean, that's got to be hard, but anyway, she sits on these 2, and of course, you know, one's up her, you know where, and another one's up the other where, you know. So she gets on these 2 fine ripped gentlemen.
Yes.
She takes a 3rd gentleman in her mouth. And then, of course, they oil up her hands right to her elbows.
Yes.
And they oil up 2 more gentlemen, and then she jerks them off while she's riding and sucking. And well, anyway, this girl did this performance at the Video Awards.
Yes.
And they decided right there on the spot after she was done, because what she did, she accomplished an amazing feat. She got all 5 men off absolutely in synchronicity at once together. Wow. And I mean, that's not easy for you know, any girl. It's just not, you know, and for a guy to do it, forget it. Yeah. You know, as much as George likes to brag, he can't. That's right. You're missing some equipment there, George. But anyway, so Joni, we did a little song here for it's Joni's Hammers, and of course we're gonna play that before we get into the second segment stories here, because it's just that much fun. And of course, Glenn's going to be listening to the show tomorrow morning when he comes in.
Yes.
He always listens to Coffee and Cigarettes while they're doing prep, of course, for the Bold Republic show.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can listen to this crap while doing a serious show, but but anyway, that's what they do. So
Yes.
Tomorrow morning they'll be getting a taste of this song. I'm sure they've had it before. So Glenn and Dan and Tim and the boys at Bold Republic there, get ready to sing your little hearts out because on this coming weekend here, we're going to want to get Glenn to debut this new album. Yes, we will. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, Biff, you can roll that Joni's Hammers.
Yeah. Joni works with one hammer, one hammer, one hammer. Joni works with one hammer, then she works with two. Joni works with two hammers, two hammers, two hammers. Joni works with two hammers, then she works with three. Joni works with three hammers, three hammers, three hammers. Joni works with three hammers, then she works with four. Joni works with four hammers, four hammers, four hammers. Joni works with four hammers, then she works with five. Joni works with five hammers, five hammers, five hammers. Joni works with five hammers. Joni is a slut.
So yeah, that was the little ditty. And it's pretty easy, guys at Bold Republic. It's just, Joni works with one hammer, one hammer, one hammer. Joni works with one hammer, and then she works with two.
Yes.
Right? And then three, and then four, and then five. You just repeat the verses up to five, and then at the end there, Glenn, if you want to throw in Joni is a slut, that's on you. But I'm just saying that technically the song doesn't end until you say that final line.
Yes.
So, but as I say, I'm going to leave it up to him.
Yes.
Because, he does have, a professional show and stuff. So, Louis, did you actually hear from Glenn too?
He called me and he called me and he kept calling me and I wouldn't answer the phone.
Yeah, well, why not? He's just trying to. He wants to actually get you to come down and do a documentary about the life and times of Glenn Wood. Yeah. Yeah.
My film Unrepented did very well in Europe.
Well, I know, and he knows that too. So he's actually trying to get a hold of you. I know this because we were talking about this earlier today.
Yes.
He wants you to do that documentary about his life, and just from the few limited things I know about Glenn.
Yes.
Growing up in the swamps of Florida. And meeting that professor.
Yes.
Well, no, Glenn had this thing. He was out playing one day. He was around 15 years old.
Yes.
And he was out playing one day with his buds, and they were building a swamp fort.
Yeah.
Well, no, you get on your airboat.
Yes.
And you cruise out to the big tree surrounded by, alligator infested waters. And sometimes, the odd great white swims up there, And you load up your airboats with like pallets and various other pieces of plywood and stuff that they found.
Yes.
And they were out there and they were building quite the tree house.
Yes.
But then, of course, one day, this guy in a lab coat came whipping by in his airboat.
Yes.
And he, of course, stopped at their tree and was asking him, what the hell are they doing here at this secure U.S. government facility? Well, long story short.
Yes.
Glenn and his friends, Rodney and Phil, they ended up at the top secret lab and befriended the scientist, of course.
Yes.
Or so they thought.
Yes.
And, one thing led to another. Next thing you know, the scientist was, of course, injecting them with various neon green glowing stuff. Well, I guess it was one of those tests where the U.S. government says, any of you street bums or vagrants out there that won't be missed if you die, we have to do human trials on this new Monsanto drug. So, if you're not doing anything, you want to make $20.
Yes.
That's a couple of bottle of Ripples. That'll get you almost through the week.
Yeah.
So anyway, I guess it was one of those things.
Yes.
And, of course, they injected Phil, and Phil turned into some sort of, mutant ninja turtle, of course. And Glenn's other friend there, he got injected, and he was also a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, too. But they changed their names, of course.
Yes.
Glenn managed to escape, thank God.
Yes.
Other Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at the facility that Glenn and Phil hadn't seen yet.
Yeah.
And apparently, as the story goes, this is according to a reporter in Florida named April who covered the story. Well, apparently the four were renamed. Donatello.
Yes.
Michelangelo.
Yes.
Raphael,
yes,
I believe, and I don't know, there's another one. But they renamed them, of course, and now they apparently, this is just speculation.
Yes.
We don't really know, but there is a hell of a lot of crime in Florida, so we believe they're fighting crime in Florida with April. Yeah. Yeah. And of course, a couple of years ago,
yes,
there was even word that they came to New York.
Yes.
Apparently living in the sewers and something like that with some sort of rat. Not sure of his name, but it's, I don't know. I'm just glad Glenn got out.
Yes.
So anyway, Glenn, if you want to practice that song with your mates over there, and we'll be looking to record that on Saturday. So just a reminder, folks, if you're not getting us at the Spreaker feed, which actually Daniel is, of course, reporting it, absolutely, Biff is right. It is working tonight.
Yes.
You can get over to the Spreaker feed. If you can't, Stitcher, iHeart, iTunes.
Yes.
And, of course, Google Plus is live right now with a bunch of viewers in there. And you can actually also watch it live on YouTube.
Yes.
I did not know this.
Yes.
But anyway, you can. And, if you just want to be assured that your audio stream isn't going to take a dump, you head on over to the Google Plus link. If you can't find it and you don't have me as friends on Facebook, go to look at Facebook, look for Christopher John Taylor. There is a bunch of us.
Yes.
But I'm near the top, and I've got a sexy looking pic, and the rest of them are shit. So just click on the one. You'll know it's me. I've got my signature on it.
Yes.
Yeah, so just get on over there, like or friend me or whatever the hell it is on Facebook, and then you can just click the link there in my feed to the live Google feed, or just search it out on YouTube or do something else. Whatever. Love me some Marlboro Black.
Yeah.
That's right, I do. Anyway, moving on tonight. It is time to move on. We got a couple of more stories to cover here before we move on into the third segment. And, it's a little technical today. The technical execs, of course, are meeting with White House on terror strategies. Washington today, the Obama administration officials huddled Wednesday with academics, technology executives, and other private industry representatives on countering a troubling online recruiting efforts waged by the Islamic State and other homegrown violent extremist, officials said. Gathered at the Justice Department, the government delegation included Assistant Attorney General John Carlin, Chief of the National Security Division, U.S. Chief Technology Officer Megan Smith, and Jen Easterly, the National Security Council's Senior Counterterrorism Director. The meeting follows a separate conference last month in California involving tech industry executives and administration officials who voiced concerns about ISIS's use of social media to reach potential sympathizers in the U.S. and how encryption technology was thwarting the pursuit of those extremists. It was immediately unclear whether any cooperative agreements were struck as a result of Wednesday's session, which was convened a week after a federal magistrate in California ordered Apple, of course, to assist the FBI in unlocking the iPhone used by one of the terrorists in the December mass shooting in San Bernardino that left 14 dead. Apple CEO Tim Cook has said that the company will challenge the order. Concerns about the homegrown violent extremist and ISIS's online influence have been building for months in the wake of a pair of deadly attacks in Paris, as well as the massacre in San Bernardino. Last fall, FBI Director James Comey said that federal investigators were pursuing 900 open investigations into suspected ISIS activity and other extremists across the U.S. The administration is committed to taking every action possible to confront and interdict terrorist activities wherever they may occur, including in cyberspace, according to a Justice Department statement issued just following the meeting. We are using this engagement and others to enlist the help of industry leaders and experts in our effort to ensure that we bring the most innovative private and public sector thinking to all aspects of combating terrorism. All right, that's great. Where's the rest of the story, Biff? Okay, well, apparently that's all we know.
Yes.
What were we taken off of there because we can't know too much? Oh, Biff says we're being investigated as terrorists.
Well, if we're going to be investigated as terrorists, we might as well be terrorists. I am Abu Yusuf Malturki. Yes. Filthy United States pigs. You filthy American pigs. No longer would my men be forced to bow down to your pantyhose wearing imperialism. Each week, we will raise pillars of holy fire in each of your cities until our demands are met.
That's right. How do you like that, U.S. government? You like that? Oh, I got more where that came from, babies. Yeah, it's all in sight, all the terrorists all across the great America. Yes, I will be known to the Islamic State as Hot Potato.
Hot potato, hot potato. Hot potato, hot potato. Hot potato, hot potato. Potato, 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 potato.
Ah, yes, and I, the hot potato, will utilize my right-hand man, mashed bananas.
Mashed banana, mashed banana. Mashed banana, mashed banana. Mashed banana, mashed banana. Banana, 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 banana.
Combined with our ally, cold spaghetti.
Cold spaghetti, cold spaghetti. Cold spaghetti, cold spaghetti. Cold spaghetti, cold spaghetti. Spaghetti. Spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti.
Well, your mama can't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. That's right. That is right. Yeah. I'm a little worried now.
I wasn't expecting that reaction.
I know. Now you're going to be linked to terrorists, George. Is or is he isn't?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
I did not sleep with him.
You slept with all of them. You did. Yes, you did.
You being Catholic, you realize that you can have birth control. You realize that?
I don't think George needs to worry about it, Louis.
Yes.
No. No, he's all taken care of as far as that goes, I think. All right, well, moving on tonight, our next story tells of a little girl's 1962 letter written to her from JFK. She's decided, well, he doesn't really matter to me. I'm going to sell it. That's right. You're going to sell it, are you? Okay. Well, you can sell it. Sure. Why not? We'll let you sell it. Go ahead. You can sell it. we'll let you sell it. I'm gonna, in fact, I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure that we go ahead and sell that because we can. That's what we do. We sell it and we sell it and we sell it. Anyway, moving on. This letter now that she was 5 years old. She was a Louisville schoolgirl whose effort to save 2 pennies to visit the White House in 1962 prompted a personal response from President JFK. Yes, it did. And now Kennedy's March 29th, 1962 letter to Rita Lynn Knight is being put up for sale for an estimated value of $15,000. It is the only known letter from Kennedy to a child to reach public sale. So really, 15 grand? I don't know. That seems a little wrong to me. Well, Karen Perlman, Rab, of course, of the Rab Collection, a dealer in historical documents, selling the letter, called it one of the most sweet and evocative human interest stories surrounding John Kennedy. The dealer has not been able to locate the family since the letter was acquired from a private collection, company representatives said. According to a newspaper clipping about it, titled Surprise from Boyfriend Rita. The daughter of James Knight had gone to Sunday school with 7 cents to put in the collection. When she returned, however, her mother discovered that Rita had held out 2 pennies. The little girl said she was saving money so that I can go to the big house to see Jack Kennedy. Yeah. She gave the pennies to her father, of course, a bus driver for the Louisville Transit Company, and asked for a ticket to Washington. Her father was touched, wrote to the president, and got a reply on the White House letterhead. I'm sending you this little note to surprise you and say hello. Perhaps you will enjoy looking at the pictures in the enclosed booklet about the White House. Best wishes to... Oh, see, that's why it's only worth $15,000.
Yes.
They don't have the booklet. Yes, perhaps you'll enjoy looking at the pictures in the enclosed booklet about the White House. Best wishes to you and your mother and father, said the note signed by Kennedy. According to the dealer's listing, a search of the public sale records going back 40 years shows no letters from JFK to a child having reached the marketplace. Letters from presidents to children are particularly uncommon and show a personal and evocative side of that figure, the site said. And of course, there's absolutely no letters from Obama to kids. No, there's not. Because why would there? Because it's Obama. He's not gonna. He's not gonna bother to do that. Screw the kids. Oh yes, screw the kids. That wasn't that actually part of his. I remember the campaign posters in 2007.
Yes.
We need change, or we are change, or something.
Yes.
Can you spare some change? Isn't it? Right. But I remember some other posters at the time.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure it was screw kids. Yeah. I'm pretty sure about that. What do you think about that, Gilbert? Do you think that President Obama is awesome in not writing to kids, or do you think he's a bit of a well, yeah. What say you, sir, on that?
Well, it's not awful, but just not good.
Well, of course it's not good, but yeah. What are you going to do? Yeah, it's there's not too much you're going to do about it, so let's just move on, right? F President Obama.
Yes.
There we go. Well, moving on tonight, of course, really big news.
Yes.
Yes, it is. It's very big news, of course. Although I got to say,
yes,
I have no idea why this is news.
Yes.
This is medical results.
Yes.
For a Pennsylvania governor.
Yes.
And I'm not sure why this is a news story at all. No, I'm not. Of course, the Pennsylvania governor has, it's been announced today that he has a treatable form of prostate cancer.
Yes.
Well, number one.
Yes.
If it's treatable, don't tell anybody. and number two.
Yes.
If it's treatable, even if it wasn't treatable, don't tell anybody. Well, no, I'm serious now, because why do we want to know? I'm not understanding this. Why do we want to know about any governor's prostate cancer? I don't know. Maybe it's his move to get sympathy votes or something. I don't know. Well, anyway, Pennsylvania's governor announced today that he has prostate cancer. But not to worry, folks. It is the treatable form. Yes. Governor Tom Wolf's cancer was detected early during a regular checkup because the doctor stuck his fingers up his ass. He said in a statement from the state capitol in Harrisburg, PA. Man, it takes a lot of balls to go up to the state capitol in Harrisburg, PA and announce, I have prostate cancer. Yes, he says, in consultation with my doctors, I have a planned treatment schedule that will begin in the coming weeks, Wolf said. Those treatments will last the next several months, and they will present no impairment to my ability to perform my duties as governor. Well, again, sir, why are you telling us? Well, the Democrat who took office in January 2015 plans to spend some time with his family before starting this treatment, he said. Because I had a routine checkup, it was detected early, and I can do something about it. Wolf, 67 years old, said in a press conference later in the day, quote, I want to make sure that this is an example of why routine checkups actually matter and make a difference. Oh, okay, sir. I'll go get checked, but I'm not holding a press conference. Well, his checkup, of course, revealed concerns in late November and early December. He said he had follow-up tests that concluded just 2 weeks ago. Doctors often order a test that measures prostate-specific antigens in the blood to check for the possibility of prostate cancer. Oh, yeah, right. Like they didn't have their fingers up his butt. Well, if the results come back at 4 nanograms per milliliter of blood or higher, other tests such as prostate biopsy may be performed. Although Wolf declined to disclose how this cancer will be treated, he did say that the doctors will plan on using chemotherapy or surgery to battle his cancer, radiation therapy as well, either from an external beam or a radioactive material placed inside the prostate, are among the options that men with early-stage prostate cancer have, according to the National Cancer Institute. Isn't that good news? Yeah, why don't you get up there with a beam? Well, we have great courage and feel more hopeful, says Francis Wolf. We don't need to be sad about this. I've had my finger up there a lot of times. Well, of course, Larry Hogan, the GOP governor in neighboring Maryland, said in June that he had another type of cancer, B-cell non-Hodgkin lymphoma. After serving 5 months of his first term as governor, in November, he announced that he was 100% cancer-free and complete remission, though he would continue to be monitored, and, well, now he's dead. So... Well, in December of 2012, California Governor Jerry Brown began treatment for early-stage prostate cancer, saying the regimen would not affect his job as governor. The Democrat ran for re-election in 2014 and won. Prostate cancer, which usually grows very quickly, is the second most common form of cancer in men, according to the National Cancer Institute. Well, that's good to know. Skin cancer is apparently number one. That's right. About 1 in 7 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer during their lifetimes, according to the American Cancer Society. More than 220,000 men were diagnosed with the condition in 2015, and almost 28,000 men died from prostate cancer last year. Oh, and I see Biff has included some nice drawings of testicles. Well, no, he's got these side views and whatnot. He's showing. There's the bladder.
Yes.
And the scrotum, the testicle. That's nice, Biff. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. And of course, after he's given me all those lovely images, the story is over.
Yeah.
I don't know why you thought I needed to see that. Well, gang, we are going to go very, very shortly here for a commercial break. I'm just waiting for the word.
Break for a commercial.
That's the word. Just before we go, though, I want to give a shout out to
Gummy Bear.
and indeed all the fine folks in Stowe, Ohio. So we're going to go for that commercial break. Don't you worry. When we come back,
yes,
we've got, it's sort of a mailbag with George Takei.
Yes.
It's, I didn't want to actually have to do this,
yes,
but it appears I have no choice. And I should remind the listeners, of course, Studio 2, that is the number 2.
Yes.
Studio 2 at NewYork'sBestTalk.com. If you would like to write in and ask George a question about house cleaning. I don't know.
Yeah.
But apparently that's what we're allowed to do, so that's what we're going to do.
Yes.
Get those emails in. Make sure you put in the subject header mailbag with George Takei.
Yes.
And whatever your house cleaning question is in the message body. You fire that off to us and we'll get it in front of George and we'll get you the lowdown on what you need to know to clean your house.
You love to do that kind of stuff. You always did.
I'm just a house cleaning madman.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, George, I'll probably be able to answer the questions for you. But then, of course, that would be the mailbag with Crash Jesus, and that won't work. So, yeah, nobody asked me nothing.
Yes.
All right, gang. So we're gonna go for that commercial break. Don't you worry. When we come back, we got the mailbag with George Takei. Yeah, well, such as it is. Yeah. We've got it, and a whole bunch more fun stuff. Don't you worry. We will be back in just 2.
You're listening to Coffee and Cigarettes with Christopher John Taylor, a.k.a. Crash. Jesus. Only Crash. Jesus. Crash Jesus? Crash Jesus. Only on HTLA Radio 1, New York.
Good morning. Welcome to Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop, where fresh always tastes better. What can I make you this morning?
How about our new flatbread breakfast paninis? Made fresh, just for you, with your favorite breakfast ingredients on maple or multigrain flatbread, then grilled to hot, melted perfection. Just $2.99. Who couldn't warm up to that?
Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop, where quality really does meet value.
When we arrived at our hotel in New York, the porter was so incredibly careless with our bags. And the room they gave us, it was beautiful.
A broom closet.
But the best part was the shower. My wife drying herself in the Egyptian cotton towels.
Shower curtain.
Define the whole vacation for.
Don't just visit New York.
Visit TripAdvisor New York.
With millions of reviews, a visit to TripAdvisor makes any destination better.
Let's do a brand new day. Let's step away from the bland and let the color fly. Let's get to the one store with more number one choices and match this or this without using too much of this. Then let's crack open a can and get to it. Paint? No. Let's do POW. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Glidden Duo starts at a new lower price of $25.46 a gallon.
Down your glasses. White Rum has a new captain. Introducing the all-new Captain Morgan White Rum. 5 times distilled for a smoother taste.
What's with the helmet?
Oh, well, I got a life coach.
What's that like?
Wake up! Take the stairs. Say hello.
Hello.
Not him, her.
Hello.
No.
You don't need a life coach. Subway makes better choices easy, like the low-fat, sweet onion chicken teriyaki. All white meat, crisp veggies, freshly baked bread. Under 400 calories. Subway. Eat fresh.
Come on, use your head.
Welcome to the Church of Global Warming.
Sorry, I just came in to get out of the cold. You don't mind, do you?
Well, you know, the cold outside is due to global warming.
Wait, wasn't this the same church that said that this part of the world was going to be a sandy desert by now?
Global warming works in mysterious ways.
Right, kind of like God works in mysterious ways.
Hey, careful how you talk about the Obama.
You know, I think I'll just wait outside and suffer in the driving blizzard. Besides, it's freezing cold in here.
That's because global warming froze over the wind turbine blades in the clouds, and snow and ice cover the solar panels, you idiot!
You're listening to Coffee.
They've got an awful lot of coffee in Brazil.
And cigarettes.
I share my cigarette with her. Yeah, I fucked her every Wednesday evening.
With Christopher John Taylor, a.k.a. Crash Jesus. Only on HTLA Radio 1, New York.
Way down among Brazilians, coffee beans grow by the billions. So they've got to find those extra cups to fill. They've got an awful lot of coffee in Brazil.
I don't want to brag, but I pride myself on watching naked actresses in movies and jerking off.
Well, you got to have a hobby, I always say.
You love to do that kind of stuff. You always did.
Yeah, but not so much with actresses in movies. More like, well, no, just porn. Yeah.
Mr. T would be proud of you.
Why, did he jerk off to porn too?
You would have loved the guy. He never drank, never smoked, did drugs, nothing. He had only one obsession,
yeah.
And that was the women.
He just pitied the fool, and yeah.
If you think that you were clever with women, he wouldn't stand a candle with this guy.
No.
Or Muhammad Ali was another one with women. I did 2 films with him.
Yeah.
We were doing a big boxing movie with 200 or 300 people in the stand, and he walked in and decided him to his macho honcho, and those were all the Muslims, so they had those little thin ties and suits.
Yeah.
And he would point at the female. And he went and got him and gave him a note, and every 20 or 30 minutes they would go into his dressing room. But they were only talking about negotiations, I'm sure, right?
Oh, yeah, it's all about the business, yeah.
It's all about the business, yes.
Well, that's right, gang. It is all about the business. You got to lock to HTLA Radio 1, New York's best talk. We're bringing it here to you tonight.
Yes.
That's right. Get on over to New York's best talk. Yeah, besttalk.com. New York's best talk.com doll. Yeah, get on over there, hit up that show page, punch into the Spreaker link there. It says LIVE.
Yes.
That means live. You can get in there. You can go talk to Daniel and all the folks in the live chat room there. You can go to iHeart, iTunes, Stitcher.
Yes.
You can go on over to Google Plus. And actually, funny thing just happened.
Yes.
Yeah. On the way to the forum.
Yes.
Now, we're in the middle of the stream, and I got this thing come up. Biff has got the I don't know, the Google Plus master control box thing. Well, he's got that thing here, and we were getting this call coming in.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, okay. So I don't know much about this Google Plus stuff like at all.
Yeah.
So it's showing me on the screen, of course, the show that we're streaming.
Yes.
And this notification comes up. You know, you're getting this call from Daniel Illis.
Yes.
So I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, I looked up at Biff. He's like, yeah, I don't know.
Yes.
and I don't know.
Yeah.
So I just, you know, I just let my hair down and just said, F it. Yeah. I did. I let my hair down. I said F it.
Yes.
And I just accepted his call. And I had no idea if that was going to screw the main stream or not. No idea. Didn't know what the hell was going to happen.
Yes.
But I mean, that's the thing with me. It's always balls to the wind. Right? So I accepted the damn thing, and
yes.
I'm watching the screen while I'm talking to you guys, and another window opens up, and I'm like, oh shit, that's not supposed to happen. So I'm like, no, that's it. I've just blown the whole Google thing. We're screwed.
You love to do that kind of stuff. You always did.
Yes, sir, I do. But so the window comes up, and there's Daniel.
Yes.
And behind him, he's got Old Glory, or whatever they call the Australian national flag.
Yes.
Maybe it's Old Baka. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, he comes up there.
Yes.
So now I'm looking at his mug. I can't see the show stream.
Yes.
Right. And so just during the commercial there,
yes,
I was checking it out, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, this is a Google Plus, what do they call it, on air?
Yes.
Which means that you and 9 other people can be in the main stream.
Yes.
Like we do with Fox 11 every morning. We're in the stream there with Glenn and Kempton and those guys.
Yes.
And so I figured he'd go in there.
Yes.
He's not in there. He's not in there now. Apparently, according to him, he says he can see and hear the show.
Yes.
But I can't see the show.
Yes.
But he's, I don't know. He's there. He's got his thumb up. Everything's good.
Yeah.
So he can see me, but apparently the folks in the Google Plus thing can see me.
Yes.
So that's all good. Yeah, I don't know. Are we running 2 streams? It's hard to say. It could be. I gotta say, I'm a little. What's the word? Frightened. Because I don't know. I don't know. Everything seems fine, but now there's like 2 feeds going, and I mean that's fine too. Don't care. 50 feeds going.
Yes.
It's Google Plus. It's not Spreaker. I know it'll work. But yeah, apparently Daniel's got his own little show there. So good for you, Daniel. Glad to see you.
Yeah.
Good to see you. And so yeah, there you go. So ladies, if you're looking for private cams. Apparently, Daniel says that, it's great here. So, yeah, I could probably make like $20 a minute with a bunch of women while we do the show. Yeah. I think so.
You love to do that kind of stuff. You always did.
$20 a minute? Are you kidding? No, I seriously, I gotta figure this Google Plus stuff out.
Yes,
because I could make some serious cash.
Yes.
Yeah, just take off all my clothes, do the show. That's how I roll.
Yes.
So, and Kate doesn't mind because it's all virtual. So good, Daniel. Enjoy the show. Right on. I just got to figure. Yeah, I got to do some more FAQs. I think. All right. Well, I guess without further ado, I think we're ready to do it. Let's see how it goes.
You want to know what it's like to be gay? Well, it's the mailbag with George Takei.
I hope you're ready for this.
Yes.
Well, tonight's email comes from a rather beautiful black-haired girl.
Yes.
Name's Sarah Weinstein.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that's her real name because the email address is Sarah Weinstein at, So that's what I'm thinking. So, yes. Okay. So it's Sarah Weinstein. Yes. And she says, "Oh, dear Crash, love the show. Absolutely love it. Yeah. Love the show. Couldn't be happier.
Yeah.
When I think about you, I touch myself." Oh, never mind. All right. Well, every time I touch you, I think about myself too. Yeah. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to be reading that. Never mind. God, if there was a way I could send her a link to Google Plus me. I don't know. Damn. I've lost Daniel. Okay. Okay, we're still good then? Okay. Yeah, he says we're still good. Daniel did nothing to interfere with the main show feed at all. It was completely separate. Thanks, Daniel, for coming in. Like to give you a shout out there. Nice to see you. And great flag. Love absolutely. No, you laugh. I like Australia. They're pretty kick ass, and it's not their fault. They came from a whole line of criminals.
I think they used to call it Prison Island.
Yeah, they did, but well, what do you do when you live in a shoe? Anyway, yes, Sarah Weinstein. She writes, "Yeah, dear Crash, love the show. Yeah, call it yada yada." Right. Oh, yes, here we go. My question for George tonight. She says, "I've had this problem ever since I was a young teenager," she says.
Yes.
"I hate effing dishes." Well, she says, "I'm 38, busty, and horny." Oh, no. No, yes, she hates doing dishes.
Yes.
She always has since she was 11 years old when her parents started having her clear the dinner table and do the dishes.
Yes.
Well, she says this habit has continued throughout the years, the remaining years that she lived at home.
Yes.
And she found herself when she moved out and went to college and whatnot, she still had the same habit of doing the dishes every night right after dinner.
Yes.
She says, "I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I hate doing dishes." She says, "Recently I was on this support blog for dish doers." And she says that one of the folks on there that is suffering the same condition that she is.
Yes.
Well, and I've heard of this before from all these young kids that are coming up now.
Yes.
The what is it? The sheer hatred or shying away like vampires and garlic.
Yes.
From any kind of responsibility or chore whatsoever around the house.
Yeah.
Well, they've come up with all these disabilities now.
Yes.
Oh, well, I've got ADD.
Yes.
Well, I've got ADDT or whatever it is. Some of them now are going into the they're using the excuses. Like my daughter's a perfect example. They use the excuses. Oh, I suffer from an autism spectrum disorder. I'm like, you're not autistic. Next window. Well, anyway, Sarah says she's got the affliction.
Yes.
And, so now in her 30s, she's seeking out support groups for doing dishes. And anyway, she said that some of the people on this one particular I Hate Dishes Doing blog has said that it helps if they change up the habit that they suffer from being taught. Of course, from being taught responsibility at home.
Yes.
And that was to change up the time of day or indeed the routine that you do when you usually do dishes. So she says, my question for George is, do you have a favorite time of the day to do your dishes? Well, what say you, George?
Every morning.
Thank you, sir. Yep.
You want to know what it's like to be gay? Well, it's the mailbag with George Takei.
Oh, yeah. Damn. There we go. I like it. That's the kind of stuff that I am talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, right there. All right, it sucked. But at any rate, Sarah Weinstein, thank you so much for your email tonight to George about various house cleaning issues. That's not exactly what we intended with this segment, but thank you all the same. Now, well, there it was, and there it goes. Yeah. There it goes.
I wasn't expecting that reaction.
Well, no, George, I know. You're usually expecting, homosexual related questions pertaining to the homosexual lifestyle. Yeah. I know. Corporate, what are you going to do? Yeah. I know. What are you going to do? We've just got to work with them as best we can.
Yes.
And try and work around it and still somehow make it entertaining, which is almost absolutely impossible. And certainly I would have to venture a guess that it's only achievable by the greatness in this room. So aren't you all lucky that I'm here? All righty. Oh, I seem to have something going on. That's too many of them damn cigarettes. Yeah. Daniel says, blame Gene. It's his link I pushed to get my video call. Yeah, well, come on. We all know, Dan. Gene is an idiot. Anyway, gang, before we get into some more stories here and the rest of the show, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking it's probably a little bit of time for we need a pick-me-up. We do. We need a pick-me-up. We need something that just kind of grabs us by the prostate. Yeah, grabs us by the prostate and just flings us across the room.
Yes.
Waking us the hell up and realizing our life is really worth something.
You love to do that kind of stuff. You always did.
That's right. I'm going to be a motivational speaker like Shia LaBeouf.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do it!
I did not sleep with him.
Oh, Shia?
Yes.
I think it's going to be a situation like Cosby.
Yes.
Yeah, I think in about 50 years going to come out and say that you raped him. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Yeah. Anyway, of course, shout out to Gene Costine, too, wherever he may be on one of the platforms. I know something's working. So. Shout out to him. I don't know where the hell anybody is tonight. I don't know. It's almost like, I don't know, it's getting mysterious, like we're somewhere else. We're...
You're traveling through another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. That's the signpost up ahead. Your next stop, the Twilight Zone.
Yes, we are in the Twilight Zone. But yeah, let's get that little pick-me-up going, Biff. You know the one I mean. Oh, yeah.
If you want to hang out, you got to take a ride. Cocaine. If you want to get down on the ground. Cocaine.
I wasn't expecting that reaction.
She's alright, she's alright, she's alright. Cocaine. If you got bad blues, you wanna kick them blues. Cocaine. When your day is done and you wanna run. Cocaine. She don't lie, she don't lie, she don't lie. Cocaine.
You love to do that kind of stuff. You always did. My part.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, George, lay it down. Yeah. Cocaine. Don't forget this fact, you can't get it back. Cocaine. She's alright, she's alright, she's alright. Cocaine. She don't lie, she don't lie, she don't lie. Cocaine. Oh yeah, Louis.
Love to do that kind of stuff. You always did.
That's right, brother. Let's do it, babies. We going down in the cocaine pile of havers.
That's right. You know, when you're in a pile of cocaine as high as your head, well, you know, sometimes those things just kind of, what'd you say, man?
Yes.
Well, anyway, moving on tonight, we got a little bit more Donald Trump news. That's right. Donald Trump is benefiting, of course, as Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz split the remaining votes. In fact, the fact is that Donald Trump, his votes, well, the remaining votes were about half.
Yes.
And, well, you know, Gumby and Pokey split them.
Yes.
And really, I'm still shocked that anybody's voting for the Canadian. Yeah, and don't worry, Daniel. It's all right. It doesn't seem to be interfering with anything at all. So yeah, fill your boots. I don't care.
Yes.
So yeah. Washington today. Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz aren't going away anytime soon after each won more than 20% of the vote at Nevada's Republican caucus Tuesday. Both reaffirmed they'll keep seeking their party's presidential nomination. That's huge news for Donald Trump. Analysts say that any chance establishment Republicans have to stop the billionaire developer depends on one another candidate emerging as the alternative. But the GOP field continues to include at least two other contenders. They'll continue to split the non-Trump vote. That means Trump can keep winning primaries with just less than 50% of the vote. As long as he remains jumbled, Trump is the big-time winner, says Ford O'Connell, a Republican strategist who worked on the McCain-Palin presidential campaign. Oh, that's never good. Yeah. Why would you, you know, first of all, why would you say you worked for that campaign?
Yes.
But then even the more stunning question is, how did you actually get hired for this one? Well, he said that for Trump to start losing, Senator Cruz of Canada and Senator Rubio of Florida must start putting their squabbling rivalry aside, and one must decide to drop out. Yeah, that'll happen. You know, there's little sign that will happen anytime.
Yeah.
Despite disappointing third-place finishes in South Carolina on Saturday and Nevada on Tuesday, Cruz has vowed to plow ahead. At least that's what his wife says. Yeah, well, it won't take much for her to change her mind.
Yes.
The undeniable reality is that first four states have shown that the only campaign that really has beaten Donald Trump and the only campaign that can beat Donald Trump is this campaign, Cruz says Tuesday night. Well, Cruz, when are you going to start showing it? Rubio, who finished second in South Carolina and Nevada but has yet to win a nominating contest, also pitches himself as the best anti-Trump choice because he is not Canadian.
Yes.
Now, the majority of Republican voters in this country do not want Donald Trump to be the nominee, Rubio said Wednesday on Fox and Friends, but until there is some consolidation here, you aren't going to have a clear alternative to Trump. And the argument we have made is that I am the conservative that can unify the Republican Party. This guy thinks he's Braveheart. Unite the clans. If we don't unite the clans, Longshanks will run roughshod over Scotland. Okay. Yes. Well, Rubio and Cruz both assume they'll inherit the vast majority of non-Trump supporters if that field winnows. But analysts say Trump may be right in saying he would get some of those votes, too. Duh! I swear all of these guys and girls in the running in both the Democrats and the Republican sides and the independents that don't matter I absolutely swear
yes.
that every single one of them is using this Common Core math.
Yes.
Well, Ohio Governor John Kasich and retired neurosurgeon Ben Carson are also still in the race after finishing in single digits in South Carolina and Nevada, but who really cares? Kasich's departure most likely would benefit Rubio, as both are seen to appealing to more establishment Republicans, but the governor who came in second in New Hampshire's primary told reporters today he's not leaving anytime soon. Why would I drop out when I've got the best chance to be the nominee outside Trump, he said. I'm going to stay in for a long time. I'm going all the way.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the guy who said, oh, I graduated West Point. Ben, you're not going to go all the way. Lying. Well, Trump's rivals do have a little time. Delegates are awarded proportionally the 21 primaries and caucuses held over the next 3 weeks in 19 states, Puerto Rico, and the District of Columbia. So candidates can still collect delegates even if they lose. So far, Trump has 81 delegates. Cruz and Rubio have 17 each. Next window. Kasich has 6 and Carson has 4.
Yes.
Yeah, you're going all the way. Well, it's still a long way from the 1,237 needed to win the nomination. But the March 15th primaries in Florida, Ohio, Illinois, and Missouri are winner-take-all contests. If the field remains crowded, Trump could capture nearly 1/4 of all the delegates he needs by winning each of those states, even if he gets less than half the vote. Hello, Canadian over here, been saying it. He's in. Hello. Well, O'Connell, who isn't backing anyone in the GOP presidential race, says Rubio or Cruz needs to drop out soon to deny Trump the nomination. I don't know if they're delusional or not seeing the bigger picture or flat out in denial, he said. But you have to understand that right now, Trump is certainly on a very strong glide path to the nomination. No, idiots, he's got it. Why does nobody listen to me?
Yeah.
Well, fine, don't listen to me. And I'll just keep telling you the stupid news, like, how about this next one? The Bernie Sanders action figure. Yes, the Bernie Sanders action figure has a commercial with a real catchy jingle. God, I hope he's not singing again.
Yes.
Now, Bernie Sanders may have the powers to break up big banks and make healthcare free, but those aren't traditional superpowers per se. That didn't stop the scraggly little Vermont senator from getting his own action figure to commemorate his presidential campaign. The Seattle-based artist Michael Leavitt teamed up with the New York-based company FC Try to design a miniature Sanders, and fans can pre-order the toy via Kickstarter today.
Yes.
Here's another hint, Bernie. If you've got campaigns on Kickstarter for your campaign, not going to win. No. I'm Bob Dole. You're not going to win. If Bob Dole says you're not going to win, you're not going to win.
I think it's a
Well, Bernie, a quote, join the action figure, comes complete with Sanders' signature trumpled brow and open mouth in mid-drool.
Yes.
Well, supporters can secure their own Sanders for $20 plus shipping. Socialism, of course. Yeah. Capitalism, moron. And apparently with $1 of every order going towards Sanders' campaign if the crowdfunding succeeds. The company introduced a Hillary Clinton action figure last year with $1 of each going to her campaign too, but nobody bought them. Apparently now the FC Tri corporate executives use her as paperweights. Well, the company behind the figure even produced their own 30-second commercial for the Bernie figure, complete with a catchy jingle based on an old toy ad from the 1980s. And, of course, Biff has a copy of the commercial that we can play for you, but I'm not going to. No, I'm not going to do that. Ooh, interesting. Polygamy sex case. That's right. 3 plead not guilty today in a polygamous sect fraud case. Where else but St. George, Utah?
Yes.
That's right. 3 people accused of participating in a conspiracy to defraud the U.S. government of millions of dollars in food stamps. Really? Millions? Well, what do you get on food stamps? Like $300 a month or something? So how many hundreds of years have they been doing this? Yes, food stamps funds made initial appearances this morning at the St. George's Federal Court. Winford Johnson Barlow, 50 years old, and Ruth Peen Barlow, 41, of Hallidale, Utah, and Kristen Meldrum Dutson, 55, of Colorado City, Arizona, each entered not guilty pleas to charges of conspiracy to commit supplemental nutrition assistance program benefits fraud. Wow, there's a charge. And, of course, conspiracy to commit Mooney laundering. Well, the trio was among 11 members of the Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints charged by a grand jury Tuesday in the alleged food stamps conspiracy. SNAP, S-N-A-P, provides assistance to millions of low-income families across the country who qualify for federal nutrition relief from Michelle Obama's oppression. Now, 4 of the defendants are described in the government's court filings as, quote, top leaders of the FLDS Church, including Hilldale, Colorado City Community Bishop Lyle Steed Jeffs, 56, his second in charge, John Clifton Wyman, 56, South Dakota Congregation Bishop Seth Steed Jeffs, 42, and Nephi Steed Allred of Colorado City. Lyle Jeffs and Wayman pleaded not guilty to the charges during initial court appearances in Salt Lake City. U.S. Attorney in Utah office spokeswoman Melody Rydak said that Seth Jeffs was also making his initial appearance in South Dakota's federal courtroom. The government alleges the defendants have helped launder more than $12 million in SNAP benefits using a sophisticated and coordinated plan involving hundreds of people. All right, well, that's starting to make a little more sense now. Wow. Well, Wilford Barlow appeared with a privately hired attorney. Ruth Barlow and Dutson were granted public defense attorneys after acknowledging they couldn't afford to hire their own representation because they're on food stamps. 5 other suspects named in the case had not yet been arrested as of the Wednesday morning. They include Alfred, Colorado City resident Hiram Bignall Dutson, 55, and Hilldale residents Kimball D. Barlow, 51, and Rulon Mormon Barlow, 45, and Preston Yates Barlow, 41. Most of the suspects are described simply as food distribution business workers that are loyal followers of the FLDS church leader, Warren Jeffs, who is serving a prison sentence of life plus 20 years in Texas, of course, following his conviction in 2011 on charges of child sexual assault. Alred is regarded as one of the primary suspects. The government alleges he acted as the courier or personal caretaker during the time Warren Jeffs was in hiding and listed as one of the country's most wanted fugitives prior to his arrest in Nevada, and that he helped relocate Warren Jeffs' wives at the time. The government's filing alleges that the FLDS church used homes and apartments known as, quote, houses of hiding to secret individuals, as well as larger compounds known as places of refuge, some of which are located in Canada, Mexico, and South America. Allred is or was a key player in moving funds around from Warren Jeffs and the FLDS Church, the court filing states. The suspects who appeared in court today are asking to be freed from custody pending trial. The government opposes release of the 4 primary suspects, but Assistant U.S. Attorney Matt Bell acknowledged that he would await more background information regarding the trio in St. George's Court before deciding whether to continue asking for their custody. Braithwaite scheduled a hearing Monday afternoon to review the situation, but allowed for the possibility that the Barlows and Dutzing would be released sooner if the attorneys reach an agreement among themselves. Well, so there you go, gang. Let that be a lesson to you. Don't screw over the government on food stamps. No, that's it's never good.
You love to do that kind of stuff. You always did.
Well, I have to. I work for minimum wage, so it's, I mean, it's nothing I'm proud of.
Yes,
but some things got to be done. I've got mouths to feed.
Yes,
and babies to make. You can't, seriously expect me to somehow magically make more than minimum wage. How does that even happen? It doesn't happen. Look around, America. Come on. You don't see me holding the Black Lives Matter flag, but it still ain't a piece of cake. It's just, that's, what are you going to do? Well, I don't know, but one thing I do know is it's definitely time to piss off my ex-wife. Yeah. It is. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I'd like to present tonight the Dirty Bottom Boys. Of course, that being yours truly on lead vocals, Gilbert Gottfried on guitar, the one, the only George Takei on bass, and Louis the Leo Rivers Lawless on the drums. Yeah. And of course, what are we doing for you tonight? Well, we're going to do you another double shot. Absolutely. Yes. Because that's just how we roll. My wife's all-time, my ex-wife, I should say. Gotta qualify that. Her all-time absolutely most hated song on the entire planet evermore is, of course, Sweet Caroline. So we got that for you. We did a very special rendition just for her. And I'm pretty sure my daughter Kennedy is listening tonight, and she'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And then followed up by an absolute classic that you just can't get anywhere else for free.
Yes.
Of course, that would be Pink Floyd's Thin Ice. And yes, don't worry, I am working on the rest of the songs with the band for The Wall. Yeah. So come on, Biffy, let's spice this place up a little bit. Now.
Where it began, I can't begin to know it, but then I know it's growing strong. Was in the spring, and spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along? Hands, touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Oh, baby, sweet Caroline. Good times never seem seem so good. I've been inclined to believe they never would. Look at the night, and it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only two. And when I hurt, hurting runs off my shoulders. How can I hurt when holding you? Warm, touching warm, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Oh, baby, sweet Caroline. Good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe they never would.
You love to do that kind of stuff. You always did.
I hope it hurts her.
Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. Oh, baby, sweet Caroline, I believe they never could. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. Sweet Caroline, I believe they never could.
That's what I'm talking about right there, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
I just need the gold neck chains. That's what I got.
Mama loves a baby. Mama loves a baby. Dad loves you too. And the sea may look warm to you, babe, and the sky may look blue. Ooh, babe. Ooh, baby blue. If you should go skating on thin ice, bottom life, dragging behind your silent reproach of a million tear-stained eyes. Don't be surprised when a crack in the ice appears under your feet. You slip out of your depth and out of your mind, with all fear showing out behind you as you claw thin ice.
If you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding. How can you possibly have any pudding if you don't eat your meat? I know. Well, sorry, kid. I mean, what do you want? We're trying to run a school here. I don't know what they expect these days.
Yes.
I mean, God, they won't do dishes. They won't do anything. Well, yes, they won't. And then, what am I going to say? What do you want from me? What?
You love to do that kind of stuff. You always did.
Yes, I'm putting it back on them. What do they? Oh, Daniel's got Celeste over. Excellent.
Yes.
Yeah. Get that back shot up for me. Yeah. So Gilbert, now we did the thin ice for Pink Floyd there.
Yes.
And I want give me your honest opinion this time.
Yeah.
I want to, because I've got plans. I've been working on the sheet music and whatnot.
Yes.
I'd like to, on maybe Sunday, if you guys are free, get together and actually record the rest of the Wall album. So, that kind of being said,
yes.
If that's okay with you guys, if you can fit that into your schedule, George.
I wasn't expecting that reaction.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, but great. Are you free Sunday? Yeah. No, to be honest, guys, I just wanted to, Gilbert,
yes.
I want to know what you really think about that, how our version is. I think it's pretty accurate.
Yes.
And I think it's actually a nice little piece of homage to Roger Waters and the boys in Pink Floyd. A little thank you for all the stone sex. I mean, that's what I think, but I really want to know what you think about it.
Oh, and it's old, and it's also there. It's like the songs are suffering and pain. It screams of pain.
Okay. Okay. Well, never mind. I didn't ask.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think there were complaints about it.
No.
Where I think they were saying they were going to censor it or stop in Britain, saying this is against the laws of nature.
Well, yeah, I can see how they'd think that, a couple of whack jobs from America can do it just as good as they can. I can see that.
You mean now?
I know, Louis. We're thinking Sunday. Yeah. Well, anyway, gang, we've got to get rolling here. We're about out of time. We got 5 minutes left on the old monkey meter. And, I really want to press that saggy bottom boy button. Yeah. I do, but of course I have to refrain or we'll be banned. Oh, you can't sing that. And no, you can't do that. The hell you think this is? A free country or something? Get out of there. You can't do that. Come on. I guess, Daniel's asking, of course, where is Ned?
Yes.
Well, I guess Daniel missed the show last night, of course. Ned was, his whole segment, unfortunately, was cut. Yeah. No, it really, really ticks me off. No, it does. The higher ups here at HTLA, they I guess, geez, how long did we have Ned here? God, like what, 3? Yeah, pretty close to 3 months. Of course, Ned was giving us, he was a corporate consumer watchdog, of course, Ned Peterson was. And Well, he would do just an absolutely sensational, I would say, segment for us every single night. And yeah, unfortunately that they finally, I guess, listened to the show and well, of course, heard some of the consumer calls, and they just said no. There's no way, absolutely no way, under any way, shape, or form, any circumstances that we can do this and maintain any sort of journalistic integrity whatsoever. So they just cut him. That was it. He was done. He was out of here. Yeah, it really ticked me off. Well, Gilbert and you guys, you don't care, but. No, so yeah, they cut him, and I was really pissed about it because, of course, that took away not only a segment from the show, of course, but it, well, to me, it was just, well, much like Ned, all kinds of wrong. So yeah, we should have a little pay homage to Ned, I think, tonight. I think we'll.
Yes.
No, don't look at me like that, Biff. It's okay.
Yes.
It's all right. Just roll his swing intro outro there kind of thing. Just that's right. It's time for that consumer watchdog, Ned Peterson. Yeah. If you've got a corporate problem, who doesn't care? We've got the answer right here for you.
Yes.
And he doesn't even cost a fucker fare. It's consumer Ned. Oh, yeah. I really miss the guy.
Yes.
It's consumer Ned. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's consumer. Everybody consumer. It's consumer Ned. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Oh, yeah.
And I guess we'll get on rolling out of here, Mr. Biffster. Thank you very much, sir. Want to thank the one, the only Louis Lawless tonight for being here, sir. It was a great joy and a pleasure.
That was a mistake on my part.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Yeah. Gilbert, thank you so much. Also a great joy. Well,
thank you for listening and support the show for the love of God.
Yes, sir. That's what we're talking about. Mr. George Takei, thank you for being here again tonight, sir.
I've enjoyed it thoroughly.
Excellent.
It has been a fantastic experience.
Yeah, especially that house cleaning question.
Yes.
Also want to thank everybody in and around the New York area, of course, for listening. And indeed, everybody out there on the internet now who now they actually can hear us. Yeah. All the folks at Spreaker, Stitcher, iHeart, iTunes, and indeed Google Plus and YouTube. Have yourselves a great night. We'll catch you here tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern, for the Thor Thursday. And, of course, Daniel Ellis says, a great show, mates. From Ascot Vale, we all say goodbye to you. Have a great day. And have a great day, all of you. We'll catch you here tomorrow. Kick some butt.